Welcome to this supposedly special, there's nothing special about it, my Christmas, Hana, Kwanzaa, early Boxing Day episode of the stream. I don't normally stream on, what is today? Is this Thursday? Yes. I don't normally stream on Thursdays, but my week is kind of screwed up because I'm off of work today because obviously it's Christmas Day. That doesn't normally happen. And things are not going great. I did a little bit of a practice run a little while ago, and it was kind of disastrous. Gonna try the Boo-chan climb again here. Attempted this previously, did not go very well. Not off to a great start movement-wise either, but we'll see. I also think that sort of, yesterday I noticed that having my hands just kind of in my lap limited the range of my movement a little bit. Anyway, we're going to just kill Zangetsu, well not kill, but defeat Zangetsu. Head on over here, ignore my sloppy movement because it's not looking good, is it? Nothing about this is going well so far. This is what warm-ups are for, though. I received a new controller yesterday. A GameSir Tarantula. It's a PlayStation-style controller in that it has the symmetrical joysticks. And I want to like it. And I think with some games, I could learn to like it. This is why we warm up. Because I'm not even sure what I'm doing here, even though I've done this hundreds of times at this point. Anyway, the new Tarantula controller is a PlayStation DualShock style. And I think it'll be good in some contexts. But reaching over there in order to use the joystick was not working out for me. And that is the issue with the symmetrical joysticks, is that you do have to reach your thumb across just to use them. And that limits your range a bit. It's funny because a minute ago, when I was warming up and just, recording random footage for a video that I'm editing, I got the timing on this jump 7 out of 11 times. And now I'm not getting it at all. This was terrible. Oh well. And here's the tricky part. I'm doing better at this right this minute than I was, 45 minutes ago when I was recording footage for something. I'm working on a video right now just about speedrunning. Because people like Summoning Salt and Carl Jobst, their videos are just ever more popular, right? And the more people watch those videos, the more they'll want to get into speedrunning, because that's just how human beings are. It seems fun, it seems rewarding. You want to be one of those people in the videos, getting talked about. But the reality of it is that Summoning Salt, I love Summoning Salt, but he glazes over it, is that when you watch these runs, you are seeing the culmination of hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of practice. Like just in Bloodstained here, I'll show you my time played in a moment. Damn it, I screwed up that input. If I had been holding just directly down just then, I would have gotten that one. I think my time played now is at 280 hours. And that doesn't count my time playing on the Switch, which doesn't do much for my mechanical abilities, but it does help me learn the game a little bit better because the Switch version runs like crap. There's a reason nobody's speedrunning the Switch version. And I think I know what's going on here with and why turning left to right helps. And I think it's because of... I don't think the hitboxes for Welcome Company actually correspond to where the portraits are. I could be mistaken. And I just realized there is a way I can test this. But I think the reason that turning left to... I am just doing miserably. Turning left and right is helpful is that... sort of a timeout or an invincibility frame, something like an iframe on one side. If Boo-chan hits it on the right, then I need to turn to the left so that the one on the left can hit Boo-chan and reset the iframes on the one on the right. That's my leading theory right now as to why turning left and right while climbing helps. I am screwing up that first jump consistently. I was doing this yesterday at the end of the practice as well. And I think we can test this by coming in here with a lower rank Welcome Company. Damn it, get out of here. My inputs are wrong right now. That's what's going on. I'm not executing the technique correctly. I think I'm jumping too fast. And that time I just wasn't holding down. That was an issue I ran into last night while practicing as well. Oh, I had that one. Turning left and right definitely has an effect. And it's a positive effect. I'm just not exactly sure how to take advantage of it. Yeah, I knew I screwed that one up. Oh well. These things happen. Not a huge deal. Do I have a run that can test this out? I believe my Andre Office run, my Andre Office save, rather, should be in a good position to do this, because that is unupgraded. Excellent. Wait, but then I gotta get all the way there. Not really. I have an idea. That was very aggressive. That was not a good fight. And, you know, it did the job. Crap. Okay, so we're going to test this little theory out. Gotta go get the moon belt first, actually. Then we can test the theory out. Because it doesn't actually matter where we test the ability. We don't actually have to go all the way there to where the Boo-chan climb normally takes place in order to see if I'm right about hitboxes. That dude could not have been positioned worse. forgot what I was doing. And my movement today is definitely not great. That's surprisingly easy to do once you get the hang of it. Well, I don't have shortcut. That's going to make this a little suckier. Interesting. Did not mean to leave the room. Where is Boo-chan? Where the hell did it go? Sir? Under the floor. Oh yeah, this is gonna suck to test. And this is rank 1, right? Okay, so rank 1 has 3 portraits. It is doing some weird stuff. Can I go through the floor again? Yeah, it keeps going through the floor here. That's interesting. Okay. It's curious. Okay, now let me try something else. Oh, I have this. This will make this a lot faster. I mean, I'm gonna run into everything, but it doesn't matter. No, it's gonna be faster to use a waystone. Okay. I forgot how fun it is to just fly through here at max power. What am I, level 76? With shards and everything just maxed out. Nothing is maxed out. Well, some things are maxed out, but it's not a 100% save file. I want to see how having this many portraits affects it. That didn't really seem to make it any easier. I'm not used to going left and right to reset things. Might actually be making it worse, having this many. Or just all of the effects and shit are in the way. I need double jump. There's delay on the menus, and that sometimes throws me off because I would expect to be able to just, you know, press down and A really quickly, and you kind of can't do that. Interesting. Oh, I turned shortcut off. I seem to be having an issue today using the D-pad. Okay, yeah, I don't think having all of these portraits is actually helping. Which is interesting. Yeah, I don't think these portraits are actually helping the situation any. That is very interesting. Okay. What does that really tell me? Not much of anything, unfortunately. Didn't really tell us much. But let's do an actual run and just see how things go. They went fairly well yesterday, other than the fact that I let myself die on a rat, I think it was, in the Behemoth's Den. Of course, by that point, the run had effectively died anyway. Decent. One day, I'm again going to get through that room on video without that cutscene playing. About half a second faster right this moment than I usually am. Of course, we're going to lose that time for sure because I'm still in the phase of getting used to this controller. So my movement is not as perfect, or it was never perfect. But my movement is not as good as it was 3 weeks ago. Although I'm getting better with this particular controller. It's way more precise. Which is a good thing and a bad thing. I think I have it. There's a min-max dial around the joysticks, and I don't know what they do. I should probably look into what they do. Obviously, they affect the sensitivity, but in what way? Is it a way that I want? That was sloppy. Like right now, I'm messing with it while moving, because the inputs here only actually requires one hand. It's just LB and down simultaneously. Well, we finally got some cotton. So I don't know what exactly that little dial does. That was bad. Sloppy movement. And now we're gonna not get Gale Crawler for 100 years. I hate when I accidentally do that, dude. And it's so easy to accidentally do. I have one video that I posted somewhere where it took me about 3 minutes of doing that before I finally got Gale Crawler. Like, it was a solid 60 or 70 times of killing that dude. That would be helpful if I could do it on purpose. absolutely terrible. That's okay, that's what warm-ups are for, right? And that's what this is. It's a warm-up. Even if I was going to get all of the luck that I needed, I'm nowhere near good enough at the game yet to get a competitive run. How did that miss? You know what, we're reloading this screen entirely, because that was messed up. I'm the type that, even if I complete a run, and like, let's say it's a third place run, because chances are good that when I do finally complete a run, it's going to be timed to be the new third place record. I'm probably not going to submit it, because I know that I can do better than that. And then I'm torn because, like, maybe I should submit it because I don't want to come out of nowhere with the first place world record run. At the same time, I'm not coming out of nowhere. I've been chatting in the Discord server. I've got all of these streams showing me practicing. I've got hundreds, maybe not hundreds, but I've got dozens of hours of footage on my gaming PC of me practicing. And it doesn't matter because I'm... What the hell was that? Okay, so maybe I don't want that on min. Let's try max. I wonder what it could refer to then. Because I just pressed up to open that treasure chest. Maybe I mean, obviously I tilted the stick slightly to the left while doing that. But that should not have been enough to change the direction of my backdash canceling. Unless it's the fact that the controller was on, the stick was set to minimum, that caused that to happen. So that's interesting. Slightly slow. And now we need Summon Plume Karma. And I forgot, I'm going to break that first torch open because that's my new technique for restoring the mana that I'm going to need. Come on, man, don't make me kill these dudes 30 times. It's gonna make me kill them 30 times, isn't it? I gotta work on that particular thing. Alright, well, we're good to go. That was a risky one. That was a very risky one. Lost some time there because I was hitting the freaking thing to skip and it didn't seem to be working. So that was risky because I went for the pixel. I didn't even mean to do it. I was just slightly late on initiating the flashing air kick. And because of that, I was at exactly the right height to initiate it. Oh, I don't have double jump. What are you doing, Arya? Doesn't matter, I'm reloading this room anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, normally I just sort of flashing air kick into that little stone thing that's hanging down a couple of times in order to get past it. But that time I actually just nailed the height correctly, and that's... Jesus Christ. I mean, this doesn't matter. This is a practice run, but it would be nice if I wasn't playing like trash. It would also be nice if I didn't have to do things 15 times to get one little random drop that I need. Dude, oak is not even an unlikely drop. Would have been nice to get some hemp and oak and other crap, but whatever, we will take it. Ah, crap. I screwed that up. Did not mean to do the third flashing air kick there. Not the end of the world, but like, damn. I'm making some really basic mistakes today. Like that. Like failing to hit the jump button. Terrible. Just playing terribly. Why have I been missing that particular jump so often lately? I mean, that's not even a hard jump. I have rarely had this bad of luck just trying to get freaking oak. I'm bad at the game, and the game hates me today. Man, I really am playing badly, though. And it is just not wanting to give me oak, man. That's crazy. And then when it finally does, it gives me oak completely by itself. I was just curious what those things were. We don't actually need another oak. We do, however, need welcome company. Well, we got it, and I started backdashing the wrong way, so that's great. Really am playing badly today. That's just water, by the way. Doing that quite a lot where I start out facing the wrong direction. Okay, I thought I started too far back. One of the reasons that I don't want to farm these particular portraits for welcome company is that I would have to switch weapons again. Because right now I have the Kung Fu shoes out. I wish I had gotten whatever it was that he dropped there. Why do I always screw up the third one, man? Just need the Might Tome. And then off to fight Mega Dialga EX. Hopefully he's not quite as aggressive as he was a minute ago when we were testing something out. Because I don't need him to get too close. And that sucked. That's okay, that run was kind of bad anyway. Was not going especially well. What was I going to show you? I mentioned I was going to show you something. No idea what it was. I don't remember. Maybe looking through these will remind me. No, none of those are reminding me. What the hell was it? Just gonna do this to attempt to warm up. Oh, I do have double jump, don't I? And that one's gone. I hate the ghosts because sometimes they just fuck off. Sure. Oh, this weapon sucks. God, it's slow. That's slightly faster. But it is slow as hell. Oh, I thought I jump kicked off of him, man. That's not fair. How much health does this dude have to be the first freaking boss that I had to fight here? That took a ridiculous amount of time. Also, wow, spears suck. Really? Come back over here. And I still missed it. Well, I got the timing, but I missed the treasure chest. And that just gave me the same thing I already had. That's useless. Yeah, I'm just playing terribly in general. I guess that's good news. I don't know why that's good news, but, you know, that is what's happening today. Is she riding a dog? Or is that like, what is that coming out of her crotch? What is going on here? I've never paid any real attention to her design. And I'm gonna die because I'm paying more attention to her than I am what I'm doing. That is a interesting design. Interesting choice to put the dog or whatever it is there. I should have kept playing whatever it was. Finally, a better weapon. Yeah, I want flame cannon, not bone toss. Something good, please? Alright. That's better than what I had. It's amusing to me that when I come through here on a speed run, I do more damage to the car than I'm doing right this minute. That's interesting. Still beat the hell out of her, but curious. There's no chance in this room that I'm going to kill all the enemies. It's simply too large. And they're these stupid things. I don't know what I just took, man. I do hate that about Chaos Mode. They really need to... I mean, they're never going to now, but there had to be a better way. Right? I mean, surely there was a better way for them to handle equipment selection than that. I didn't think I made that jump. Well, I got my old weapon back. Yay. I don't know what I replaced it with there for a minute, but it was suckier. I can see what they were going for here, a sort of roguelike experience, but they missed the mark, I feel. I thought I was far enough away to not get hit by that. I do notice I accidentally pause more with this controller than I did in the past, which is to say that I never accidentally paused in the past. At least I don't think I did. What's kind of crappy about these rooms is that your shards count as special abilities, and I don't think they should. I think it should be like techniques. At least we finally got a slightly better weapon, though. I don't remember what that was. Yeah. I realized as soon as I did it that I failed the stupid quest. I don't... No, we're gonna keep the lightning ability. I think it's better. No. How about you aim for the stupid thing that can actually take damage instead of the head? Okay, so my shard is useless against this guy because for some reason he doesn't hit the tongue. Yeah, that's useless. Easy enough, though. I don't think I'm gonna complete this run. I took too much damage on that dude. Well, I'm healed now, so... That is insanely powerful. I also hate that it keeps trying to give me the same ES, man. Death Cry. That's the thing for the witch people, whatever they're called. I don't think I want it. Ooh. Oh, that's a great sword, though. I'm terrible with those. Whatever. Oh, that's unacceptably slow. Crap. Well, I was doing so well until I wasn't. I definitely want that. I was a bit surprised there by how much damage that dude took. Yeah, let's take that. We're gonna die against this boss because I don't have any... Well, maybe not. Andre Alphys is actually weak to lightning, isn't he? I think it's Slash. I don't remember what Andre Alphys is actually weak to. Or should I say Mega Dialga EX. It's weak to me beating the shit out of it. Oh, don't attack any enemy. Well, that's gonna be a little bit difficult. I want those so badly. Because I never used... No. I never used kicks on my first playthrough, or my real playthroughs. It wasn't until I started speedrunning that I learned just how awesome they were. And not just because of flashing air kick, although that certainly does help. Flashing air kick is awesome. But they're also one of the fastest attacks out there, especially when you have kick. Ding. I can't believe I completed it. I'm actually impressed. What the hell is this? Get out of here. Dude, I installed the Epic version just because. Dude, that is so annoying. I installed it just because they were giving it away, and I wanted to, you know, help their numbers a bit. Because I love this fucking game, and I want it to be successful. And now it thinks I'm playing the stupid Epic's version. I swear I uninstalled. I uninstalled this. I uninstalled the Epic Game Store from my computer to prevent crap like this from happening. And yes, at the moment I have 2 ways of controlling my computer from down here, which is my controller and my phone. Keyboard and mouse are connected upstairs in the living room, and I'm not going upstairs to make that window go away. Alright, so let's get back to a speed run now. That wasn't bad. I've never even played versus mode. I have a friend on Discord who plays Ritual of the Night. You might be interested in playing this sometime. Anyway, I don't care. Not right this minute. I thought I had speedrun data. I guess not. One too many pauses, or start presses rather. That requires me to actually reach across to the right stick with my left thumb. Because you can actually, damn it, you can actually start opening that door right before the cutscene triggers, and it continues opening during the cutscene. So if you're reaching over it like this, then it will open the door while you're pressing start. Well, I guess we killed a Morte. Yay for that. My movement is slightly better in this run from what I can tell. Not a huge improvement, but it is slightly improved versus what we were dealing with a minute ago. That's good. We already got my cotton, so we're not going to mess with these treasure chests that are out of the way. Powder scarf sells for 10 gold. It's not even worth selling, honestly. Bronze, I believe, is 75 gold. Oh, that was a bad jump. Followed by an even worse jump, or should I say a failure to jump. I used to be able to get that so smoothly, just backdashing through there. Damn it, dude. Seriously? I went backwards on purpose? And it wasn't just to redo that. If you load this room, that Shema, or whatever the hell it's called, will start out walking to the left, which will screw up everything. All of your timing, your positioning, your aiming. The Shema was not responsible for my miss of the stupid harpy. Oh good, this again. Everyone's favorite. Grinding the harpies. 5, 6. Might as well count, right? 7, 8. I'm done counting. It's depressing. So anyway, working on a new video I was talking about a little while ago. I just started the editing process today. Discovered the issue with my audio quality was not actually an issue with my audio quality. It was an issue with either my monitors or with my mixer. I think it's with my mixer and the output, not anything that actually goes on with the, let me rephrase that, with the output to the monitors, not with anything that actually gets recorded or processed or anything like that. Because when I played the audio in my car, just listening to what I had recorded, it sounded just like my streams here do. It sounded fine. It didn't sound like I was speaking into a low-def microphone, lo-fi microphone. It sounded just fine. Dude, how many times is it going to make me kill this thing? Unreal. This is the sort of stuff that makes speedrunning though. This right here, this is speedrunning. Doing the same thing over and over and over, and each time getting a little bit better at it. I remember when I first had the idea to jump out of that hole and attack the harpy with a directional shard. I was like, there's no way, that's too difficult. I'll never be able to nail that consistently. Okay, I definitely just hit the tentacle and Vipar simultaneously. So we know it's possible in theory for that to happen. I just need to hit it when it comes the other way, which is just going to be a matter of timing. And I definitely saw that. Anyway, the whole point of the video is that, like, that's what speedrunning is. And, like, yes, there are moments of glory where you break a world record or you achieve a goal, but for the most part, it's dozens, hundreds, thousands of hours of grinding and failing. That's the critical thing. It's all about failure. What the hell just happened? Like, Summoning Salt's latest video is about the Mike Tyson world record. And if you'll watch the video, you will learn that you have to get certain luck in order to even proceed with the fight. And you can watch the numbers go up almost live in the video, where it takes hundreds, if not thousands of attempts to get the RNG that he needs just to attempt the world record. And it's the same thing with Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Once I master all of this stuff, it doesn't really bring us that much closer to achieving a world record. It just makes it possible for me to achieve a world record. In order to actually achieve that world record, I'm going to have to play the game thousands of times after I've mastered it. And of course, the act of mastering it requires me to play it thousands of times. But there's only a 4% chance of getting Gale Crawler, right? So only 1 in 25 runs even proceed past that initial harpy. I could probably load a few times and still get the world record, but for the most part, 1 in 25 chance of getting past the harpy. And then I need Summon Plume Parma. Damn it, dude. And I've got 4 chances to get that, each with a 4% drop rate, which means I have roughly, I think it was 11% chance of getting Summon Plume Parma. So 4% of runs proceed to part 2, and 11% of runs proceed to part 3. It's 11% of that initial 4%, by the way. So we're looking at 1 in 25 runs dying on the... Sorry, we're looking at 1 in 25 runs making it past the very first thing, and then only 1 in 10 of those making it further. So 1 in 250 runs even make it to part 3. So that's playing the game 250 times before I even have a chance to get the next RNG gate. And the next RNG gate are the Oaks and Welcome Company. Now, luckily, that's not too bad. There's multiple chances to get it all, but ultimately it works out to being about 1 in 10. So I screwed up my math wrong somewhere, I think, because the final result is 1 in 1,250, give or take. I don't do percentages very well because percentages, they don't behave the way people expect them to behave. They do weird things. So anyway, 1 in 25, and then 1 in 10, and then 1 in 10. And only at that point do I have a shot at getting Void Ray. And Void Raid has the same issue where if I haven't had to reload anything else up to that point, I might be able to take a second shot at the Abyssal Guardian to get Void Raid. Might be able to. This run is doomed RNG-wise, man. So 1 in 25, then 1 in 10, then 1 in 10, and then 1 in 25. And that works out to being about 1 in 1,250. So I know before I even start a run that it's going to fail, right? Because 1,249 out of 1,250 are going to fail. And there's nothing I can do about that. That's just the way it is, you know? That's speedrunning. I know before I even start a run that it is overwhelmingly likely to fail. And like here, how many times have I had to kill this freaking thing to get the shard that I need? That would have been restarting the game from the beginning 8 or 9 times. I don't know how many times that ultimately was. And then I screwed up my inputs because I went to my shard screen not knowing what I was doing. And then, assuming I get that magic run where I get, you know, the first shot at the Gale Crawler, first shot at Summon Plume Parma, I have to nail this on the first attempt. And that's not easy. That's not easy at all. And that's why execution has to be perfect. Because once you get that luck, once you get that magical 1 in 2005, 1 in 2050 run, you have to be able to nail the execution. And it's worse than that, right? Because that, you know, at that moment, you know, let's say I just got Void Ray, and like, this is it. I'm on world record pace. Everything dropped on the first try. Can you imagine my heart rate at that moment? My palms will be sweating, my heart will be pounding in my chest, and I have to manage to pull through anyway, under those conditions. Knowing that I'm on a 1 in 1,250 chance run. Oh, I got the skip, didn't I? Dude, this RNG is absolutely atrocious. And so is my play. We're restarting this entire stupid freaking run, because that run was cursed. So imagining all of that, you know? We get that magical luck. 1 in 2050. I'm gonna choke. That's just how it is. People choke. And that first time that I get that run, I'm almost certainly going to choke. And I know that now. I know that going in. I'm gonna get that magical run, and I'm gonna be the one to fuck it up. It's not gonna be the game. I'm just gonna fuck it up. I'm not gonna get the Buchan climb, or I'm gonna die against Sengetsu 2, or I'm gonna do something stupid and die in the Behemoth's Den. Any number of things can happen. And the pressure of that 1 in 2050 run is enough that chances are good that I'm gonna screw up. Hi, welcome Mr. N. I'm just rambling about how... Damn, dude. I don't ever miss that anymore. About why it's so important to have execution at 100% levels. Because, like, one day I'm gonna get that magical 1 in 2050 run. And when that does happen, I can't afford a mistake. I'm gonna have to get the Buchan climb quickly. I'm gonna have to kill Zangetsu 2 quickly. And at that moment, my heart will be pounding, my wrists, my palms sweating, probably have a headache. Blood pressure will be 200 over 400. I don't know how blood pressure works. Blood pressure will not be good, though. And despite all of that, somehow I have to pull myself together and pull it off. Nail the execution on that 1 in 2050 chance run. And it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna choke. And that's okay. It's okay to choke. I know it's gonna happen. I've made peace with it. It's gonna suck and it's gonna be depressing. But it's gonna happen. Is this really another doomed run of just terrible RNG? It is, isn't it? But that's okay, because most of the times that I've played this game have been failures, so it won't be any different. Not really. Sure, I got a little further than previously on this hypothetical run, where I get all of the random drops that I need. But at the end of the day, it was just another run. And it just died in a different spot than other runs do. That's not the end of the world. When that happens, you just do what you always do. You pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you try again. Because 1 in 2,050 odds, yeah, they're bad. That's really bad. But there's worse out there. There's so much worse out there. And I could make the run worse for myself if I wanted to. That actually wasn't too horrific. It was not great. That was decent. Not a green split, but decent. Disgaea Dungeon Crawler. Interesting. Labyrinth of Refrain, you say. Alright. When I'm not practicing Bloodstained lately, I've been playing Frontier Hunter, which is anime Bloodstained. I think the developers or publishers or someone in the development of it described it as anime Bloodstained, and I mentioned it yesterday, and they're right. It's also got surprisingly good music. I noticed that yesterday. I don't generally play with music very loud because most of the time I play games, my husband's asleep in the bed next to me. But yesterday I noticed it because it was broad daylight, and the music's pretty good. It's got weapon techniques just like Bloodstained. Different weapons, spears, katanas, rapiers. It's also got 3 different characters, although at the moment I only have 2. Urza and, what am I doing, man? Taking random hits from random bats. And I really like Gal Guardians. I'm impressed by the extremely creative leveling system because you don't gain experience from killing enemies. You just have a chance of collecting a demon bone from them, which you can turn in at Maxim's altar in order to gain levels. And you gain new abilities by gaining levels. At certain levels, you gain new abilities like the double jump or the air dash or whatever. So instead of being tied to like story progression and getting this ability at this time, it feels more freeform than that. And obviously it's not, because there's only so many bones you can get from this particular area, so you can't get in-game abilities at the very beginning of the game. But it's fascinating nonetheless. And it's got me intrigued, for whatever that's worth. Although there's so many good Metroidvanias that I have right now that it's not getting much of my time. I just almost screwed that up. Pointlessly, too. I love games that let me break my characters like that, Mr. N. That's one of the... Like, I played my completed save file of Bloodstained a little while ago, and it reminded me of just how fun this game is at the end, you know. Once you have all of your abilities, you're high-leveled, you've got all your shards, and you just run around decimating everything. The game is so fun. I mean, the game is fun anyway. But at that point, it's just unbelievably fun. You fly around the map just killing everything in sight. And Order of Ecclesia has the same thing with its New Game Plus. And of course, Ritual of the Night has New Game Plus as well. I'm excited for a release date of Ritual of the Night 2. Not Ritual of the Night 2, what are they calling it? The Scarlet Engagement. It's going to come out sometime in 2026 is all I know, but like 2026 is a week away. Dudes, come on, just give me the drop. Give me the thing I need, please. I'm really considering removing this from my run. You know? It's a 10% drop rate, effectively, against all the chances that I have to get it, which is not good. And it does help a lot against Andre Office, but does it help enough to deal with this? Is it really worth it to add this extra layer of RNG into my run? I don't know. I think it might not be. This is ridiculous. This is... And this is just for something for me to use against one boss. I don't think it's worth it. I think I've made the decision. I'm going to remove Summon Plume Parma from the run. Because that RNG is trash, and I can, you know, remove it from the run, and then I'm not dealing with 1 in 2050 odds. It's like 1 in 750 or something like that. I don't know what the chances are at that point, because it does affect the odds of me getting that wonderful run so much. But removing RNG gates is definitely a good thing, and I just don't think it's worth it. Whatever, that was this really sloppy kill of something that I didn't have to kill in the first place. Yeah. I'm gonna drop Summon Plume Parma. On those runs where I get it, great. But I'm gonna stop relying on it as of now. I don't think it's helpful enough to justify it. Okay, that was a decently fast kill. I didn't split anyway. Not that it frickin' matters. How am I just gonna not jump like that? I need to count how many hits that dude takes, because at the moment I don't actually know the answer. Let's actually jump this time, Arya. Alright, we got 2 oaks. Man, I don't know why I've been failing that jump so many times lately. Get out of here! Alright, well, good drop on Welcome Company. I missed this Gaia. I read an article, I think it was on PC Gamer today, about the 10 best strategy RPG games that aren't Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm like, why is Final Fantasy Tactics even on this list? There's so many better games than Final Fantasy Tactics. If it didn't have the name Final Fantasy attached to it, no one would give a damn about it. It's one of the worst strategy games out there. pretty good luck. Open the stupid thing! What are you doing? What the hell? Do the flashing air kick. Oh, this is wow. Is Disgaea 4 on PC a new release? I have 1 and 2 on PC. I have 5 on Switch that I never play. Why am I failing at this? Why am I failing at this? I know that I suck at doing flashing air kicks to the left, but like, damn. Finally. That was awful and a little bit sad and depressing. I need more practice doing the flashing air kicks to the left. I know that, but I don't usually fail. This is a disaster. Everything that happened in this room was a disaster. And now I'm gonna miss the third one here, like I always do. Always miss that third one, man. Don't know why. I can't say I never, because I screwed up the flashing air kick a minute ago for the garden skip. But I rarely screw up going to the right. But screw up going to the left is surprisingly common. But there's only 2 places in the entire run that I need to do it, so that's probably why. Just another of those things that I have to practice more often. That was kind of sloppy. This will be the last time that I fight Mega Dialga EX with Summon Plume Parma, because I don't think it's worth it to continue farming it. I'm not gonna let myself die this time. I let myself die a minute ago, and that sucked. So I'm just gonna heal up. And then not take any more hits. Took one more. That was a slow fight, but I'm really not sure that Summon Plume Parma was helpful anyway. I mean, yeah, it did some damage, but not a significant amount. Probably like 300 or 400. I'd have to play back the video and watch. But I don't think it was... I don't think it's really the game changer that I thought it was when I routed it into the run. Helpful, but not a game changer. So has the PC version been out for a few years now? God, that was terrible. I was gonna run right into things, apparently. I don't think I need another oak, but I'm honestly not even sure. Dude, I have so rarely been this unfortunate with enemy placement. All of my movements seem to be just slightly off, just a little bit, causing me to press start before I press up and other stuff like that. That was fairly sloppy. Yeah. さて、何を練習する？これにしようか。これにしようか。これにしようか。Damn it. That was very sloppy. Did I equip the moon belt? Oh, okay. Felt like I didn't. That doesn't happen very often. Oh, yeah. I'm really bad about doing splits today. What the hell? At least the run can continue, I guess, right? I'll see if I screw this up again like I did yesterday. Alright, that was okay. Not great, but... What the hell was that? What the hell is going on? Alright, well at least that didn't happen. Oh my god, dude. This is the easy thing. That was embarrassing. I'm not surprised I just lost a bunch of viewers. That was awful. I'm gonna save it just because of what happened yesterday. I don't want to lose the entire freaking run again just because I was stubborn and didn't save it. Or did I save it before fighting the Abyssal Guardian? I don't recall now. And it doesn't matter. Alright, let's kill this dude. So why are you losing your saves for the Disgaea games? Everything about this run everything about today has just been doomed. Doomed, doomed, doomed. And even killing this dude, right? Like, we only have a 1 in 25 chance of getting Void Ray. This is where most of my runs are going to end, once I get to that point. I thought we were fairly close to completing a run, and I still think that's true. I'm just getting really bad RNG today that is eating up all of my streaming time. Dude, do you mind giving me half a second with which to hit you? Yeah. I don't know that I really feel like, after all of the bad RNG that I've had today, I don't know that I really feel like killing this dude 25 times. In fact, I know I don't feel like killing this dude 25 times. I hate it when it does that. I could study how the hitboxes interact with Abyssal Guardian here to see how they're going to interact with Buchan. That's interesting. I never really thought about that. I wish I could see the hitboxes, but like, there's no mod or anything, I don't think, that would allow me to see the hitboxes, although that would be super helpful. I hate that fucking tail attack, man. It doesn't have enough warning. Okay, well that's fine. I don't want to do that anyway. So I want to show you After Image. I think I did this a few weeks ago on stream. And I'm not going to play it long because it's such a frustrating game. God, it's so frustrating. And I'm going to show you exactly what makes it frustrating. This is a game I'm going to do a video about in the near future. Which one of these is technically my... There it is. I'm going to do a video about this in the near future because it's a game that tries so hard, but tries the wrong things, and it fails as a result. It's a Metroidvania that is trying to be an Igavania. And one of the videos, the reason that I'm going to be making a video about After Image is that I want to get into that particular subject because I contend that there's a difference. It's not about do we call these games Metroidvanias or Igavanias. I think... What are you doing? I think they are fundamentally different things. Igavanias have builds, level systems, abilities you can swap out, talents, and all of these things to keep you entertained, to keep you feeling a sense of progression while you travel through the world. Metroidvanias don't have that. The reason that this game fails is that the talents are bullshit. Leveling up is bullshit. The weapons are bullshit. Look at this. +2 to attack. +1% critical hit rate. Now, I have played a lot of games in my life. I have played a fucking ton of games in my life, and never have I been excited to unlock an ability that gives me +1% critical hit rate. +1 main weapon attack. +1 main weapon attack. Finally, a new ability, and then look, +4 attack. +0.05 +0.5% elemental damage. I don't know why I struggled so much with that. Not even a full percentage of damage increase. 0.5 fucking percent. Are you fucking kidding me? What is the point of upgrading talents at that point? There isn't one. And that's why I've got 4 unspent talent points sitting on there. The last time I spent talent points, I had saved up 20 of them. I spent 20 talent points at once, going from effectively level 22 to 42 in one shot. And I didn't feel any meaningfully different afterwards. I didn't feel any more powerful. I didn't feel like I had gained anything worthwhile or that I was doing any more damage because all of the talents are bullshit. +4 damage while using swords. Great! What are the swords like? Let's check those out. Right now I'm using dual blades. Can we sort these maybe? Because that would be great. No, no way to sort them. Okay, we're just gonna deal with whatever kind of order they're in. This appears to be a blade. Thanks, very descriptive. Gives me plus 71 to blade damage, but it takes away 83 dual blades attack, which is, can I just say, how unhelpful of a way that is to describe a weapon being equipped? You're decreasing my dual blades, my dagger damage, while increasing my sword damage, which, yes, I can see how that makes sense, and it's technically true, but there's no need at all to tell me that I'm losing dagger damage. I fucking know that by unequipping the daggers. You don't need to tell me that. It's obvious. The other thing I have, where is the other thing? Of course, is my secondary weapon, my whip. You can set any of these to be your main weapon or your secondary weapon. Like, this is a, what is this? A wooden blade? There's daggers, there's swords, great swords, sides. It's all pretty standard. And just look at the difference between them. Dual blades, plus 27. The upgraded one, the next one that I got after the wooden dual sword, was plus 47. And then plus 83. All good, right? Nothing overtly bad. But you can see that I'm hitting for 40 to 60 damage every single time anyway, so why would I be excited about a talent giving me plus 1 damage? We're not even talking about 1% increase at that point. I guess technically it might be. It's very frustrating because it feels good to play. It's fluid, it's nicely animated, it's a beautiful game. And I have all of this shit that I have gathered up. Look at it. Look at all of this stuff. Crafting materials, healing stuff. I don't know what any of this shit is. I don't know if I need it. I've never used any of it. There's cooking in the game, apparently. I've never encountered anyone to help me cook. I'm 8 hours into the game. Look how much of this fucking map I've explored. Which is the biggest issue with the game. Holy shit. The world map is unbelievably large. It's unhelpfully large. Look, it just keeps fucking going. And like, I have not explored all the world at this point. Oh, I missed all of this stuff over here. Yeah. This is the direction I came from initially. Do all of this shit. All of it, right? There's no telling how much shit I missed back there. I'm 8 hours into the game. I don't have a single magic spell. This spot here, that's for spells. I don't have any spells. Where am I supposed to get spells? It's badly designed. It's trying so hard, but it doesn't know what it's trying to do. It's trying to do the wrong things. It's too ambitious and it needed to be wildly scaled back. And like here, what is that little symbol? What is that? Is that an X with a magnifying glass on it? What do these mushroom spores do? What is any of this? I don't know. I want to like the game. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. I want to play it. I want to beat it. But let's look at my save file here. Let's see, what do I have in this game so far? Six hours. I've got 6 hours in this game, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know. I don't even have a magic spell yet. I'm level 40 in a game that has 100 levels. I think you max out at level 100. What the fuck, guys? How could you fuck up game design that bad? 2 achievements out of 46. Let's compare that to Frontier Hunter. Where is it? 18 achievements, 6.2 hours, almost exactly the same. And I have made significant progress in Frontier Hunter. And I feel like I've made significant progress in Frontier Hunter. It feels rewarding to play. It feels like what I'm doing matters. It feels like I'm actually doing stuff. I'm actually accomplishing things. And it's a fun game. It's got hot anime babes in it. There's no English voice acting, but that's fine. I don't care about that. I'm used to, reading Japanese subtitles. And it's beautiful. It's also got a really nice quick save feature. Oh, I didn't even see that one. That's one of your little abilities there. It's another one. Because I have two weapons equipped now. I have a rapier and a katana. And then you have a completely different character. See, Ciara, that's her name. I knew that. And this is its map. Clear, concise, helpful, tells me what I'm doing, tells me what everything is. There's only 5 icons that I need to know. And it's also very complex. There's a bunch of different types of weapons, and every single one can be modified with these little things that have their own little grids and layouts and stuff, and they all do different things. Like this one reduces the chance and effect of a debuff, success rate to blind, the blind debuff. It decreases the success rate for enemies by 30% and decreases the duration by 30%, in addition to giving you what looks like water resistance. Is that right? Is that water resistance? Yeah, it's gotta be, because that's the water demon moth. And these drop randomly from enemies in the overworld. Not only do your weapons have those, but your armors as well as your accessories. So there's a lot of customization here, in addition to having 3 different loadouts that you can choose at any time, and having all of this different stuff equipped. It's great. It's got a lot of customization. I'm at that point where I don't know if the customization actually matters, or if the benefits are so slight that you could ignore them and still do just as well, right? Like, there's 1 or 2 ways things like this can go. They can either make you extremely overpowered, or they can take the after image approach and just have a bunch of useless talents, like that minus 30% duration of blind. That's pretty minor, but that was also a really minor core. The core that... Let me find a better core. Yeah, the ones that she's using here is reduced resistance to all elements. All elements do 30% less damage, and something has a 30% less success rate. I don't know. I think this I think I apply this effect to enemies, which reduces their resistance to all elements. I think that's what that does by being on a weapon. Does that matter? Does that 30% matter? Or is it like after image where it's completely meaningless? I could just ignore it and it wouldn't change the game the way I've been ignoring its talents. Like, is that this game's plus 1% critical hit rate? I don't know yet. I just found something though. The mysterious fruit Zeta. And even more cool, you can change your outfits on the fly. I like that one. And hairstyles. It's pretty cool. Got a lot of customization, and I like that. That's what makes this an Igamania, is being able to customize, not your appearance, although that helps. I love games that let me customize my appearance. But to be able to customize your loadout, your abilities, how you're dealing damage to the enemies. Not the types of damage and the amount of damage, jiggle physics, but the actual ways in which you are engaging with the enemies, the ways in which you're engaging with the games. What the hell is going on? Is he?
なんでこんなところで男が踊ってるのを見てなきゃなんねえんだよ。
何を言うの？パフォーマンスの邪魔をしないのも基本的なマナーじゃん。
I love this game. It's so quirky. Also, Ciara there has a mad crush on Urza, and that's kind of funny. It leads to some interesting exchanges. So I'm assuming this is going to be my 3rd character, because I know you get 3, and I only have 2. So I'm assuming that's going to be my 3rd character, but I don't know.
るほど。こ
そうじゃなくてこうしてこう
No, no.
ちょっと
Hey,
お
stop
二人
it.
さ
How long are
ん
you
いつま
going
で
to do
続けるつも
this?
り
Ah,
す
I'm
まない
sorry. I went
ついい
overboard.
つもの癖で。それじゃあ
So,
なんだこいつ
oh,
急
are
に
you
真面目
getting
になった
serious right now?
下に設置
We're
してあ
gonna
った
fight
窓
this
タ
person?
レットを壊してきたのか。君たちは一体何者なんだ。
帝国辺境調査団第7分隊同じくあの
They really like her jiggle physics, man. Her boobs aren't even that big. Urza's are
ア
bigger,
ーム連合
but Urza's don't jiggle, I don't think, when she pops on the screen.
やっ
まさか
予言
The only reason I'm noticing Ciara's is not because I'm staring at her breasts, it's because they force you to stare at her breasts.
そこ
Like
他
they
にも
made
誰
them
か
front and center a moment
ここ
ago.
にはこのせそうだ
I just want to skip through
助か
this.
るわ
その
Okay, so yes, this is going to be my third character. What does he do? He also, or she? I don't know. Yes. Yes. And he has interesting costumes. Okay. Anyway, there's a lot to this game, and I'm really intrigued by it. I'm looking forward to continuing exploring it. No, not what I want to do. Last Metroidvania that I want to talk about, because I think it's worth talking about, is going to be Gal Guardians. Right? Yeah. I think this one does have English voice acting. I don't remember now. Damn, I don't remember now. You are demon maids. Oh, I'm in the middle of a dungeon. It's also 2 players, which is always a nice feature when you have multiple characters. Okay, so yeah, no English voice acting, but standard, you know, Igavania stuff. Got levels, got inventory and loadouts. Not as complex as some games, but that's fine. They don't all have to be super complex, they just have to give you options, you know? That's the important thing. Options allows you to get new stuff, and new stuff allows you to feel like you're making progress, even if you're not traveling to new areas or unlocking new abilities. Anyway, the stream today was terrible. We didn't really make any progress in Bloodstained. RNG kicked our asses. Not what I'm trying to do. Yeah, RNG kicked our asses in Bloodstained. That was vicious and unpleasant and not a lot of fun. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get back to practicing, and hopefully soon we're going to have a completed run of Ritual of the Night. Have a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas, Hana Kwanzaa, or Bak